Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and it's a Friday. We're here to hang out, play some Satisfactory, drink coffee, and make turbo motors bow to our will if I have anything to say about it. So that's the plan for the day. We finished radio control units yesterday. We did have a couple of game crashes, so we're going to keep an eye out for that. I might actually increase the autosave frequency just to make sure we don't lose too much work, and we're going to pick up where we left off. But just prior to this stream, I was hanging out with all of the subscribers here on Twitch and doing a little unboxing video. And if you are watching this later or you're coming to this stream a little bit later, then check the Discord and check your Patreon if you are a member of one of my Patreon pages. There's, of course, the regular Joel Duggan Patreon and the Citadel Cafe Patreon. I will be posting a video for members there just in case somebody missed it. But it was just a thank you video for all the support over the last few months. I've been able to save up and pick up some new gear for the studio, and I will not reveal here what it is just yet. You can check that out on the videos on Discord, etc. later on. But again, thank you so much to everybody that's been supporting over the last little while. And speaking of support, kicking off the stream, MDog95, Tier 1, 44 months. That's amazing. Thanks so much, MDog. I really appreciate the support. Dan, good to see you, of course. Cosmic, a few of you were already in the sub-only stream just a few minutes ago. Blast Jordan gave out some gift subs. The Nookie gave out some gift subs. Y'all are too kind. I really, really appreciate it. There are always things to plug. There's a new episode of the Spawn Chunks out there. I recorded a new episode of the Citadel Cafe last night with Steven, and we had a really good conversation about AI, about the Daredevil Born Again series, and about a Minecraft movie, which neither one of us liked too much, but we focused on the stuff we did like, which was the visuals and how cool things looked once you were in kind of like the Minecraft world. The script, not so much. But I don't think that's news because I've been talking about the Minecraft movie on stream and on the Citadel Cafe and on Spawn Chunks all week. So y'all can just check those out on your favorite podcast app. Cosmic is asking, have I seen the message in mod chat? No, I have not. I see now. Okay, cool. Thank you. I will. I'll take care of that. Appreciate it. We are just going to dive right in and get going on the turbo motors. I don't know why I was leaning in just now. I feel like I was leaning into the mic, which I don't normally do. Maybe it was because I was leaning in on the unboxing video. Dan Grice, thanks for the lurk. Appreciate it. Blast Jordan says, I'll try to note down some of my experiences tomorrow when me and my cousins will go to watch it. Probably will throw it at the Spawn Chunks. Yeah, please do. We've been looking for emails. SpawnChunkMail@gmail.com. If you've gone to see the Minecraft movie, a Minecraft movie, I think it's a dumb name, with a family or with your friends or whatever, then drop us a line and let us know what you thought of the film, but also let us know what you thought of the theater experience. There is unfortunately a TikTok meme of teenagers and other folks going and ruining the movie by being really, really rowdy, throwing stuff at the screen, that kind of stuff. Police have been called in certain venues. It's not good. So just if you are taking kids, call the cinema ahead of time and ask them if they've experienced this and if they have what they're doing to stop it and when it seems to happen. I would say if you go to a matinee where there's going to be a lot of parents and kids, you're probably going to be okay. 0T666 is going on Sunday with the kids. Cool. You have to let us know what you think. So yesterday on stream, we completed the radio control units. We are making 1, 2, 3, 4. We're making 8. And currently, they are not at full speed ahead because we are not saturated, I don't think, on... I think it's crystal oscillators is the bottleneck. Yep. But we've got 50 computers. We've got all the aluminum casing. We're good there. And what's happening under the hood, if we can use our fancy new elevator... Again, that button needs to be a lot bigger. So over here, we've got the control units are being sunk along with circuit boards and computers. So everything right now is just kind of like in overflow mode. We are not taking it down to the main bus currently, but that is the next step. We've got to get these radio control units over to wherever we are going to make the turbo motors. And so that's the first thing we got to do, is make a decision as to where we're going to make the turbo motors. And I think I want to set myself up for success by making more than one, or the possibility of making more than one. We might even try to somersault them, but we'll have to see what's up. So to do that, we are going to have to follow this around and head over to the other side. I'm pretty sure we're going to make them over here. Cosmic Dancer says, I have not sat inside cinema since pre-COVID. I don't see that changing anytime soon, especially not for this movie. You might be better off to experience it at home. Especially if your kids are more comfortable at home doing stuff like that. M-Dog says, I live adjacent to a massive retirement area, so hopefully I won't have that issue. No, yeah, I hope you don't have that issue either. Yeah. Okay, so the turbo motors, I don't know if this has been turned on to say turbo motors, but we'll flip it up. We're going to do the default recipe, which is this one. So cooling systems, radio control units, motors, and rubber. Cooling systems are being made right here. No, sorry, here. Yes. Nope. Lie. Here? Third time's a charm. Cooling systems being made right there. We are making 4, 5, 14 cooling systems. Some of them are needed here. This says 7.5. We need to overclock this to 1.7. So we need to make 2 turbo motors, which changes this to 8, 4, 8, and 48. I'm sure we have the 8 motors. That's fine. Cooling systems, we have the 8. We actually have more than that because we're making 14. The other 6 are going to the final production, which is going to be the thermal propulsion rocket, and that is going to be made probably next door here. So I'm wondering if I should make the turbo motors and the radio and the propulsion rockets in the same spot. And I'm wondering if I could just nudge this left and right, if we could do it that way. The other thing we could do is we could also turn it sideways and have it come in like this.
Is that the best way to do that?
I don't know. We're about to find out. I do like the Ada Snark. They've added these random lines when you're doing stuff in 1.1, and I do enjoy it. So we could continue this nice hallway all the way down and then have these 2 machines. They'd have to be a lot closer together. So it'd be probably more like this. So these could both be making turbo motors, or one could be making turbo motors and the other could be making the thermal propulsion rocket. And I will bring up my modeler just so you can see what I'm talking about. So we are currently, we've finished this part here at the top. And so we are currently trying to hook up this top line to turbo motors. And as you can see, they basically go directly into thermal propulsion rockets. And there's a lot of overlap. We've got these, which are being made next door. These are already being brought up, and these will be brought up. Then we have modular engines, which you have to bring over, and these, which are happening right next door. So it would make sense with 3 of these 4 items being made next door to do the thermal propulsion rockets right next door. But this needs 2 manufacturers, and this only needs 1.7. So I guess we could do, I could leave these as underclocked. So instead of 2 turbo motors, I could leave these alone, and I could do 1, 4, 2, 4, and 24, and I can do the same thing over here. So these could both be making turbo motors, and that's probably the better way to do that. And then I can use the under platform here to get all of the things to them. That will be slightly tricky. We might want to face them the other way, although it won't look as cool. We might be able to bring some stuff down the middle. Reminds you of GLaDOS. Yeah, Ada is definitely inspired by GLaDOS, I would say. So we could add in another platform here just to space this out a little bit. And that would give us more room down here. And then we'll connect this all up with walls. I feel like that would be our window. So that gives us a little bit more room. We could nudge this back, maybe have it line up maybe with the middle here. That would maybe continue a little bit more of this alleyway, which I like. We may also put in like an extra walkway or something. Could be kind of fun. Yeah, I like this. So 2 turbo motors, and then we'll have to send these off somewhere. So it might make more sense to have these flipped around the other way, but I don't know if it'll look as cool. I kind of like the V coming into the middle. Let's flip them around and see. Yeah, that's not going to look as nice. I am probably setting myself up for a headache down below, but I think I would prefer to have these face the other way. Oh yeah, and then they line up. That would make sense. I think that'll work. Oh yeah, this will be great. And then under, we could probably have everything just go in a split. MindTripMedia with 100 bits. Thanks very much. Really appreciate it. So this will be tight, but one of the things we could do is utilize the vertical space. And we could probably do 2 lanes. So splitter on this side and splitter on that side, because these are all going to be low item belts. So what we could do is Try to figure out how to get stuff down this way. We could probably bring it in along the sides. We've got some lanes here because this is going to get moved. And it will get a little bit cramped, but I think we can pull it off. And then we'll use a splitter. And we can use like... Actually, I guess we can go this lane. So something like that. And then directly next to it, and then just down one. We may have to sort that out. And then the next ones will be here. And there. And so for this one, what we'll do, for each one of these, they just split. Does not need to be a smart splitter, though. Grab the belt. So they'll go in there and split between the two, in there and split between the two, etc., etc. And now we just need to figure out how to get everything down this way. And the two that are already here, cooling system is here, motors are here. So the motors are coming up this way somewhere. There's motors there. So we're already coming down this way. We're already backed up. So really, all I need to do is probably turn this into a smart splitter. Because we want to make sure that motors are going to these guys first, because these guys are part of the next machine. So we'll do a smart splitter on the motors. I'm wanting brakes on the hour or brakes when it's dark. We'll do brakes when it's, well, I'm probably going to take a break on the hour first, and then we'll go again when it's dark. Or maybe in 10 minutes. We'll see. I might be able to brake right at dawn, and then brake again at next nighttime, just so that it's not too far off. Right. So this is going to get smart splittered. We're going to go with overflow. We're going to go with motors. So we can take this down, and that is like really going to connect no problem. Also, this is our output for our cooling systems, and that is not going to stay there. So this belt here is yellow and temporary. So really, the motors and the cooling systems can go like right in 1 and 2 there. I might just have to move this thing here. That's not the best solution there anyway, is it? We can probably do that better over this way. It still has to cross that space, but we can probably drop that down. So what do we want to do first? We want to do... Well, cooling systems are already set up like this. We can just fire those down there. So let's do the power for these guys, so that they will take in the items and not just have the items sit and do nothing. don't remember what I did to hide the power down here. I don't think I did anything yet. See if that's going to work. Looks like yes. Nice. Do the power over here too. Pretty good guess. I might try some of the other beams as well. So now we just need to bring the power from here. Might as well do the same thing on this side. Oh, it's right here. Sweet. I've been thinking about putting together like a stream video of a whole list of things that I would like to have changed for quality of life with Coffee Stain. I'm not sure whether that would be like worth doing, but I feel like it could be a fun conversation to have. I might be worth actually having a conversation with folks in the Discord first. And then compiling a list of mine, but then also like, oh yeah, you know, someone else from the community is like, I would really like to have like X be a quality of life change. So like not really adding new features, just more like consistent building stuff across the board would be nice. This is going to be lower. As is this. And this. That makes sense, everybody? So we can take these immediately and send them down this way. Mostly orange, looks like. I don't know that we need these for future builds or not. What do we need these for? Did I? No, there's my window there. Those are cooling systems. Thermal propulsion rocket, turbo motors. We do need them for supercomputers. We'll have to somehow increase that. I feel like supercomputers are something I'm going to have to make at a different location. I don't know if I'm going to be able to swing that. We are just at a point with our main bus where I'm just not able to get a lot done. All right, so that's that. So then motors are going to be the next one. Those are coming from here. Heat sinks are going that way in production. What's this? This is overflow. Overflow protection for heat sinks. And then goes to a bin or off. Okay. So we just need to get up to the second level. That is in line. Yeah, okay. I don't know how many motors are actually coming in here, so we're going to have to do a calculation. This needs 4, so an extra 8 motors a minute. I think turbo motors are mostly yellow, yeah. That's the motors. And that should be taking stuff up. Yep. Okay. So the next thing that we need for turbo motors is the fused modular frames, which are also being made up here. We need 2 per minute. And there's also a storage bin somewhere. So there they are going out to the main area, and there's the storage bin. So this is our main output, and this is our... Okay, so how many are we making? One, 2, 3 at 100%. Good stuff. We only need 2, I think. Oh. Am I using the wrong recipe? Oh, that's the wrong... I was looking at the wrong thing. I'm making turbo motors. I'm not making thermal propulsion rockets. I'm making turbo motors. Never mind. So I need radio control units and rubber. Rubber is the only thing. I don't think rubber's coming up here yet. So we'll see where rubber is going to come in, and then I'll probably take that break briefly to line us up with the day-night cycle. So I think, for better or worse, rubber will have to come up here. So I'll have to move some of this stuff around. But if I can get rubber to come in straight there, then I should be able to get a straight shot. I could even put it on top of things. We can move this around. The pipes are kind of in the way. You're going over there. We may just have to switch the order of things. then... Oh, I forgot about those things. So we can't just bring them in straight. We'll have to... Yeah, they'll overlap. So I can go down on the bottom on this side and down on the bottom on the other side. Right, okay, let's fix that now before I forget. So... We'll go down bottom here. I always forget about the belts that cross in my way. Do this before I forget, and then sort out the brake. It's gonna go there. I never thought about doing manufacturers this way. It's actually not a bad idea. Okay. So we've got 2 bottom levels there as well, so we'll have to sort out what's happening there. And the brake train is right here. So for folks that might be tuning in for the first time, I will be braking once an hour, and I'll be back in about 5 or 7 minutes.